Hello, and once again welcome to ESCtalk, where for 30 minutes, Eurovision is the main focus. Now, while some winners go on to have great careers, selling out venues and releasing chart-topping tunes, others tend to just disappear, leading us to wonder what happened to some of our Eurovision winners over the years.
Making your mind up. You gotta turn it on, and then you gotta put it out. You gotta be sure that it's something everybody's gonna talk about before you decide that the time's right for making your mind up. Don't let your indecision take you from behind. Trust your inner vision. Don't let others change your mind. And now you really gotta burn it up and make another fly-by night. Get a run for your money and take a chance and it'll turn out right. And when you can see how it's gotta be, you're making your mind up. And try to look as if you don't care less. But if you want to see some more, bending the rules of the game will let you find the one you're looking for. And then you can show that you think you know you're making your mind up. Don't let your indecision take you from behind. Trust your inner vision. Don't let others change your mind. And now you really gotta speed it up, and then you gotta slow it down. Cause if you believe that a love can hit the top, you gotta play around. But soon you will find that there comes a time for making your mind up. And now you really gotta speed it up, and then you gotta slow it down. Cause if you believe that a love can hit the top, you gotta play around. But soon you will find that there comes a time for making your mind up. For making your mind up. For making your mind up. For making your mind up.
Whilst Bucksfizz were and still are successful today, the winner who followed 2 years after has been somewhat forgotten as time progressed. Corinne Hermès won the contest in 1983, performing last in the running order with the song Si la vie est cadeau, which translates to If Life Was a Gift. The song tells the story of a woman struggling with her love for a man, and is in the typically French chanson style, winning out of a field of 20 other competitors. After the contest, her single Dessinez-moi charted in the top 50 of France, a song which also won her the award for Best French Female Artist at the 1990 Victoires de la Musique. This led to her performing on the soundtracks to 2 different French programs, and eventually her album Verare being released in 2006, followed by album Collector in 2008. In recent years, it can still be seen on her website that Corinne is active in the music industry, regularly duetting with French singer Herbert Leonard and doing small concerts around France. A remix of her song Dessinez-moi was released in 2016 and can be found on Deezer and iTunes.
Nous, c'était du bleu, un ciel d'été, un océan transparent. Nous étions deux, et l'on s'aimait à faire arrêter le temps. Mais le temps nous a trahis. Alors pourquoi m'avoir promis la terre?
You're listening to ESCtalk, where for 30 minutes, Eurovision is the main focus. Have you ever wondered what happened to some of the Eurovision winners we just don't seem to hear from? Well, today, we're exploring their lives and careers. Jumping forwards a bit in time, recent winners such as Helena Papazo, Alexander Rybak and Loreen have stayed relevant through their appearances at various Eurovision concerts, as well as their attempts, some more successful than others, at competing once again. But there have been two outliers of the 21st century that have just been left behind in history. Our first entry gave the small republic of Latvia its first and only win to date, beating out 24 countries and receiving points from every competing country but Romania. Despite this, it has been scarcely mentioned in recent years, almost as if it never happened. Of course, we're talking about Latin American-inspired song I Wanna by Marie N, who won with a total of 176 points in 2002. Marie definitely had a commitment to Eurovision, trying in 2000 and 2001 to represent her country, before she was finally selected in 2002. The win came mainly from the unique staging Latvia used that year, with Marie gradually changing from being in a white suit to a pink dress. The song itself was the only Eurovision winners not to be released outside of its home country, and failed to chart well in its home country. But despite this, Marie marched on and released 2 albums in the year of her win, which led her to host the contest in 2003. A few years after this, Marie released a second album, which contained a mix of covers of world-famous songs, as well as original songs. After this, the canvas remained pretty much blank for Marie up until 2015, where she appeared at Latvia's Eurovision pre-party.
Later,
Our other outlier probably has a good reason for their inconsistencies, which is the fact that they're a group formed especially for Eurovision, which never really tends to work once the contest is over. Despite this, soon after their win, they enjoyed some success. Of course, we're talking about Azerbaijani duo Elle and Nikki, who won in 2011 with ballad Running Scared. Initially, both singers intended to compete as soloists and competed individually in their national final. Despite this, fate brought them together and they were able to beat out the 26 other countries when the contest was held in Oslo, Norway. The pair were highly praised and regarded as national heroes in their homeland, becoming the faces of one of the biggest telecommunications companies in Azerbaijan. A commemorative stamp was also released in their honour, depicting their Eurovision win. After this, the duo decided to pursue solo careers. Nikki, who lived in the UK at the time, took care of the press there, appearing on chat shows such as Loose Woman to discuss her Eurovision win and career. She then went on to appear on a number of Turkish TV shows before releasing her first solo song, Crush on You. She then duetted with 2008 Eurovision winner Dima Bilan, releasing the song Come Into My World in 2017. In recent years, she has been quiet, doing small gigs here and there. The other half of the duo, Elle, went on to host the contest in Azerbaijan the following year, where he and Nikki reunited and performed alongside other winners Dima Bilan, Maria Seferovic, Lena and Alexander Rybak as part of the 2012 semi-final 2 interval act. Elle's first solo song, which translates to At Last Together, was released in January 2012 and was then followed by I'm Free 6 months later. In late October of that year, Elle announced that he would be teaching an international relations course at the Baku Slavic University, marking an end to his musical career up until 2014, where he duetted with Zlata Ognevic on song Ice and Fire.
Come to me tonight, I gotta need you anyway.
Baby, I just wanna be around you all the time. Gotta need you. Oh, I'm running out scared tonight. I'm running out scared of life. I'm running out scared of breathing. 'Cause I adore you. I'm running out scared tonight. I'm running out scared of breathing. 'Cause I adore you. Come to me a bit more. Gotta need you. There's nothing left for me to say.
So rest on me, darling. Say forevermore that I need you. I need you.
I'm running out scared tonight. I'm running out scared of life. I'm running out scared of breathing. 'Cause I adore you. I'm running out scared tonight. I'm running out scared of breathing. 'Cause I adore you.
Oh, what I wouldn't give away to be your shelter and keep you safe. Keep you safe.
I'm running out scared tonight. I'm running out scared of life. I'm running out scared of breathing. 'Cause I adore you. I'm running out scared tonight. I'm running out scared of breathing. 'Cause I adore you.
And I'm
listening to ESCtalk, where for 30 minutes, Eurovision is the main focus. Have you ever wondered what happened to some of the Eurovision winners we just don't seem to hear from anymore? Well, today we're exploring their lives and careers. Our final forgotten winner won for the smallest competing country at Eurovision ever, who've sadly not competed since 2006, citing voting issues as their main reason for withdrawing. Yes, French singer Séverine competed at the 1971 edition of the contest, winning with the anthemic ballad Un Banc, un Arbre, une rue, which translates to a bench, a tree, and a street. Interestingly, the French version of the song charted in the UK, whilst the English failed to do so, which is really odd for the UK charts in all honesty. After this, Séverine never really had a lot of success in the music industry, though still tried, releasing songs in both French and German to little exposure. To boost this, she tried to compete in both the 1975 and 1981 editions of Eurovision to represent Germany this time, although both times she was not selected. The last we heard of her was in 2006, when she was part of the Monaco delegation for Eurovision that year, which ultimately was Monaco's final year at the contest. That's it for today's episode. I hope you've learnt something about what happened to all of these artists after their win, because as a Eurovision winner you really should be held on some kind of pedestal with a gold crown and a medal. And the fact that some winners can be just brushed under the carpet and forgotten about so easily is so strange to me. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, and don't forget to subscribe to ESCtalk on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at Eurovision Talk.
se sklopim, postelja prazna, terasan, a život se topi i nestaje brzo ko dlanom od dlan, ko razum da gubim, jer stvarnosti ne primećujem. Još uvek te ljubim, još uvek ti slepo verujem, ko luda ne znam kuda, ljubavi se nove bojim, a dane žive rane više ne brojim. Molitva kao žar na mojim usnama je molitva, mesto reči samo ime tvoje. Nebo zna kao ja koliko puta sam ponovila to. Nebo zna baš kao ja da je ime tvoje moja jedina molitva. Ti sve dok se molim, a lažem ako kažem da te ne volim.